Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Sharing with you some pretty cool things today. I need a new intro now. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brigitte. In this video, I'm going to talk about 10 things I don't buy and what I buy or use instead. The first thing I don't buy is coffee at shops or restaurants. Now listen, every now and then if I'm out with my husband or we're on vacation, sure, I'm gonna buy a coffee at a shop. But on my day-to-day regular routines, I don't buy coffee outside of the home. What I do instead is I make our very own cold brew or just drip coffee here in the house. We actually got an espresso during the quarantine because it was like on super sale, but we don't typically use that. Usually I drink our cold brew, and our cold brew is awesome. If you have never made our cold brew or you haven't seen the video we've made on it, then it's gonna be linked in the description box below. It's so easy. We make 2 gallons at a time. I love it. I have it every single day. I just can't live without it. And it's much cheaper to make it in the home as opposed to buying it out. So I don't buy our coffee out at shops. But you know, after I've had my morning coffee, what I really need is a big glass of water. But you know what I don't buy is bottled water. First of all, it's plastic and it's not good for the environment. Second of all, it's more expensive when you can literally get it from your tap or from what we use instead, our Berkey water filter. The Berkey is amazing. It filters out all the things. So what I do every morning before I go to work after I've had my morning coffee is I just put it in a stainless steel or a glass container. I'll link some stuff down below in the description box, but we love it. We thought about it for a couple of years before we invested into it. It definitely is an investment, but it certainly pays off. You can add fluoride filters to it if you want, but you could take water from a stream or a creek or anything out, pour it into there, and you've got fresh, clean drinking water. So what I do every morning after I've had my morning coffee is I just get a reusable cup. Usually it's a stainless steel water jug, and I bring that with me to work and I fill it with our Berkey water. Don't waste your money on bottled water. Just use regular water or the Berkey. But another thing I don't buy is disposable straws to drink my coffee or water with. Instead, I use these silicone straws or these stainless steel ones. These straws are amazing. Not to mention the silicone ones are so cute and colorful, but they're easy to clean. They come with a little straw brush that you can use, and they really cut down on 1, plastic, but 2, the disposable straws, I think it's a waste of money, so I don't buy them. But you know, after all my coffee and water and using my straws, what I really need is some food. But you know what I don't buy is pre-chopped vegetables or fruit at the store. What I buy instead is just the whole version of that item. It's much cheaper. You can cut it and repurpose it for tons of different recipes, but because say I want carrots and I want shredded carrots for my salad, but then maybe I also want slices of carrots for snacking. If I buy the whole carrot in its regular form, I can use that for 2 different things for the week. It's much cheaper to buy it in that form as opposed to getting it pre-chopped or pre-sliced, and it allows me to use it for multiple things during the week. And since we're talking about the week and the meals that we're making, I always make sure to use our meal planner when I'm deciding what we're gonna make for the week. I'm gonna link it down below. You can go to OurFamilyB.com, which is our website, and find it there, but it's so easy, and it's actually a reverse way of meal planning because it's gonna save you time and money. So ditch the pre-chopped vegetables or fruit or other items and just buy the item in its whole form. And you know, after you've chopped those vegetables and fruits yourself, you gotta put them in something. But you know what I put them in? Not plastic food containers that I've bought. Now, sometimes you have lunch meat that comes in plastic, and yeah, sometimes I reuse it. But if I'm gonna go buy a container to put my food in, I'm not buying plastic. I'm gonna buy glass or stainless steel. What I love doing when I'm meal prepping is putting my own meal in a glass container that I can take with me to work, because I do work full-time as an ultrasound tech, and then I can just take the lid off and put it in the microwave to heat it up. Since it's in glass, I'm not worried about all the plastics and stuff leaching out into my food, and I feel like it's just so much healthier. If it's something that I need to pack on the go, but I don't want the heaviness of the glass and it's not something I'm heating up, then I just put it in a stainless steel container. These food containers are a little bit more expensive up front than say plastic, but they last a lot longer and it's healthier. I have no worries about throwing all those things in the dishwasher to get sanitized, and with plastic I would be a little concerned with the breakdown of everything as it's getting heated up all the time and being sanitized in the dishwasher with all the hot water, so I just prefer the glass. So what I don't buy is plastic food containers. But man, all of this talk about food after I've had my water and my coffee, but you know, I really want dessert because I've got a sweet tooth. But what I don't buy is pre-made dessert. Instead, I make my own. For so many reasons, I feel like this is such a better option. Number one, for my budget, because if I'm making something myself from scratch, it's usually cheaper. But two, I can control all of the ingredients, including the sweeteners and how much of it is in there, and it's definitely better for my body to make it myself. I'm pretty sensitive to a lot of sugar, so I like to use either like stevia or erythritol or even coconut sugar in my desserts. A lot of times honey too. Those things don't affect me the way that a pure, like large amount of sugar and other processed things would affect me. It makes me super tired and just doesn't make me feel good in general. So I love making my own desserts and teaching my kids how to make their own. It's so easy to just cut a little bit of sugar here and there without really noticing a difference. And let's not forget, if I have to make my own dessert, sometimes the thought of trying to do it all from scratch and making it just deters me, and I just go without, which is probably a good option for me. Cuts down the sweets and the calories, so it's a win-win. After all that food and desserts, I just need to clean up a little bit. But you know what I don't buy is paper napkins. Instead, cloth. Cloth napkins are so easy to implement into your household routines. I'll link some down below in our Amazon shop, but you can easily go to the thrift store or even repurpose things that you have at home and start using cloth napkins instead of paper. Every night I throw all of ours into a bin, and after a couple of days when the bin gets full, I throw them all into the wash. Super simple, super easy, not a lot of front end costs, and it will save you money in the long run. I mean, sometimes you use it once to wipe a little bit off of your face and then you throw it away? What a waste. I think I cut out paper napkins within the first month or two that Brandon and I got married, so it's been almost 9 years now. Have not regretted it one bit. We have one of those bins in the cube units that we throw all of our napkins in, and it's so easy for the kids to go grab some to set the table, and I just love using them. Kind of makes us look fancy, but we're not. Don't be fooled. It's because it's budget friendly. But now that dinner's over and we've had our food and desserts, it's time to throw some stuff away. But you know what I don't buy? Is scented trash bags. Why? Why spend the money? Get the generic and do this instead. I love putting baking soda in the bottom of my trash pail and then some essential oils on top, and it keeps the smell down and actually gives a fresh scent instead. Baking soda absorbs all of the bad odors, and then having the essential oils in there produces this good odor, so that when you open your trash pail and all the garbage is in there, you don't smell it as much. I also love putting the baking soda in there because if anything leaks from the trash can, it will absorb any of the liquid, and then you can just go dump it out, rinse it out, dry it, put some more baking soda in, good to go. But let's say something does spill and it's not in the trash pail. What are you gonna do? Don't go grab for a paper towel. That's not what I do. Instead, I go for a rag. But not just a rag that I bought, something that I've repurposed, whether it be an old bath towel or dish towel or old t-shirt. I'm not gonna go for those paper towels. Now, let's be honest, sometimes there are things that are too gross to get a rag and then throw it in the laundry. You just need to have a paper towel to clean it up. But I'd say for 90 to 95% of the time, a rag is so much easier and better to use, and you don't need to waste the money on paper towels. So I love using the repurposed old bath towels or t-shirts or something, and I cut them up as rags, use those for any spills, wiping mouths of our kids after dinner, wiping down the counters, cleaning the bathrooms, cleaning the mirrors, using the old t-shirts for the mirrors because I'm not gonna leave lint everywhere, and then using the rags for a little extra grit to wipe off the surfaces in our kitchen. I love living frugally and being able to repurpose things in our house instead of just throwing it away. But all this eating and drinking and wiping my mouth, my lips are getting a little chapped. But you know what I don't buy? Is commercial lip balm. Instead, I use my own. And lucky for you, we have a kit that you can go buy and make your own. Super simple, super easy, all natural. This is my favorite stuff to use by a long shot. I love how it's customizable. I add all my own essential oils so that I can choose whatever scent I want. If you're interested in that, you can go to our website and find the link down in the description box below. Also makes a great gift for the holidays and can be a great activity to do with your daughter. What are some things that you no longer buy? Leave a comment down below so we can all learn from each other. Until we meet again, don't forget, life is better together.